Good morning, everybody. It's Dr. Vibe here, host and producer of the award-winning Dr. Vibe Show, the home of Epic Conversations. And I'm the host of Epic Conversations, 2020 Best Podcast News Award winner, 2018 Innovation Award winner given out by the Canadian Ethnic Media Association. I also co-host and co-produce the only online show in the world for dads and fathers that is sponsored by Dove Men Plus Care. And as always, I'd like to say you're blessed, highly favored, a magnet for miracles, solution for someone's problem. In Canada, I said Ontario. I don't speak for the rest of Canada. I only can speak for Ontario. Happy Family Day. And in the US, happy President's Day. And all over the world, happy Monday. What's up, Ryan Knight?
Absolutely. Good day, Dr. Vibe. And for those that don't know who Ryan Knight is,
they don't know. They know who you are. They don't know who I am.
Right. So I am Ryan Knight, one of the co-founders of the Afro-Caribbean Business Network. We work with entrepreneurs of African and Caribbean heritage, really to figure out what stage their business is in and help them create a strategy to grow their companies exponentially. I'm also an entrepreneur. I run a company called Detailing Nights. So we provide mobile waterless car cleaning. So we come to people's houses or their offices, clean their cars on the spot without using water, and our plant-based eco-friendly cleaning supplies. And we do have our youth entrepreneurship program about to start recruitment. The first info session is March 1st. So that information will go out. You can sign up to learn more about what it means to work with Detailing Nights and also what it means to become an entrepreneur with our company.
Wonderful. And just want to, before we go any further here, as always, we want to say it's become a Monday staple here.
Yes.
We want to say that this episode of The Morning Vibe is sponsored by the Macmillan Group, providing mortgage solutions one client at a time since 1999, buying, refinancing, or investing. Call them at 905-813-4354 if you're in Canada. In the U.S., it's 904-586-5636. And we always say great to the Macmillan Group, and thank you for the continuous support. And there's a little bit of, there it is on the screen there. Got the even the toll-free North American number, website, email, etc. And I'm going to do a little tease. Ray's already on once a month. Well, he's going to be on twice a month with some other people.
Gotcha.
In the very near future, we're working on something with Ray and some other individuals that they're going to come on once a month, and it's gonna be fire. It's gonna be fire. We're working. Not even Ryan knows about this yet. He doesn't even know about this one. It's all good. It's all
That's
good.
solid.
It's all good.
I love
So
it.
it's good. Looking forward to it. Want to say a good morning to some family. Fitness IQ Cam, you're early. You must not be working today. Fitness IQ Cam.
Yes.
All right.
Relax. Take a break before tax season hits.
Hey, jeez. And also Christopher Lawrence, good day, vibe and night. Mr. Lawrence, I'm still waiting for something from you. I'm not going to say anything else. How are things in the Knight household on this family day weekend?
Things are quiet. I think children are sleeping in, so that's always good. As we're doing the show, get to, have the less ambiance. Yeah. But the weekend was really nice. So yesterday was able to attend the Family Fun Day put on by Jamal. He's been on the show a couple times talking about his book fairs and the pop-ups. So around Family Day, he does do a pop-up for the kids and for the vendors. So got to attend yesterday, made an announcement that ACBN was able to create something for entrepreneurs. I'll save that a bit to the end, but something special. People always talk to me about, why do you only have loans? So we have created something for entrepreneurs out there that's more in grant form. And we got to announce it at the show yesterday.
Congratulations to another win for ACBN. Well done. Okay, Fitness says, me working on the business as we speak. Good stuff.
Yes.
Good stuff. And Christopher Lawrence says, you got me this week? Okay. That's what you said 2 weeks ago. All right. That's all right. That's okay, but that's good. And I can't wait to hear the announcement from ACBN. It's an interesting time. You know what? It's still Black History Month, but
I'd say we're about halfway, just more than halfway through. how are your thoughts on what has been delivered thus far during Black History Month? Anything stand out?
No.
Ah,
As
okay.
I say, as one of the people I really respect and has been a mentor for me when it comes to broadcasting, Freddie Coleman from ESPN Radio.
Okay.
One of his taglines is, "The more I know, the less I understand."
Oh, okay. Yes, yes.
Because my question is, what's happening on March 1st, other than Ryan starting his interviews for his business? What happens on March 1st?
Right.
Like, okay, let's go. Well, yeah, let's go for it. All right, so you, I would say, are fairly well known in a good way in the, and I have a new word for you. You don't. So you and I always push back and forth about the word, or the C word, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Well, I got my new word for that. My constellation.
Okay.
My constellation. I was given that word. I was in a conversation with a gentleman last week. He said, "Vibe, you've got such a large constellation." I said, "I like that."
Ooh, right, right, right.
So I'm past you, and so you and I got my constellation now. But
Okay.
how many organizations approach you about events?
To let me know that it's happening? Oh man, I'm on a lot of newsletters, and
Okay.
then my WhatsApp. So between the two, I get a lot of flyers.
When when you go out into the environment, do people recognize that you do this Mondays and Fridays?
I would say maybe once a week. Somebody will be like, "Hey, I'm on your LinkedIn, and I see the notes, and I watch." So yeah, a couple times, and it
Okay.
always catches me off guard. But yes, but I
Okay.
do like it. So say hi when you can.
How many of those people, or what percentage of those people have businesses or services?
Oh, all of them. At least the ones that come up to me. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Why don't they ask to be on this platform?
That's a good question. A few do. A few ask to
Yeah.
be like a guest, but even the sponsorship conversation to say help us promote what they do. That usually, but then that also could come on us to say, are we purposefully letting people know that that's an option?
Okay.
Because I
Okay.
might not bring it up when I see them.
Okay.
So yeah.
Good. So one of the concerns I have is I don't mind when Black organizations rush to non-melanated media to get
Mm.
coverage. But I get concerned when those same organizations, and I'm not saying I'm all that,
Mm.
or let's just put all that, and there's a number of different media out, not melanated media outlets out there. Why don't they approach them?
At minimum, and I wouldn't say there's a lot. So let's say there's five key media outlets in the
And
Black community.
we're only speaking about where we are geographically. Can't speak for other areas
Oh
of
yeah, like
Canada.
in
Right.
Ontario, GTA specific. So those should be staples to cover events.
Well,
And
they should be, but the question is, do they even get approached?
that's the question. Like that should be an automatic media email that goes out to say this event is happening, making sure the Black media knows. And hey, there's a slim chance that they do send it out, and that those media outlets don't want to cover it. But I'd be shocked if they don't want to cover anything, especially the size and breadth of some of these galas that we've been seeing put out there that isn't really covered. Worse is when they ask a media outlet to be there as a guest and then not want to pay for coverage or have them cover the event. It's like yeah.
So let's go a little bit deeper, family. So a few weeks ago, the federal government had an announcement about their $200 million they were granting to a specific organization to handle managing of Black Canadian nonprofits. I don't know if any Black media was invited. I wasn't. I'll say I do now get updates now from the federal government on different things.
Right.
For those who watched last week, I had a conversation with the Minister of Seniors.
Right. Was
For
that
the federal
Kamal
government.
Kira?
Yeah, yes.
Yes.
So Ryan, like the antagonizer he loves to be, because he sent an email out to a number of melanated members of the federal government and of the Black Caucus, at least the Liberal Black Caucus. How long ago did you send that email, Ryan?
Oh boy, at least a week, possibly 2 weeks.
Okay. Nothing. I'm disappointed that with a major announcement like now, maybe I didn't get an invitation. Did I get an invitation? I may or may not, but I got to correct. But I'm concerned. I'm really concerned, and nothing against. Hey, people, get your media coverage where you want to get your media coverage, but I get concerned when you are aware of some legitimate melanated outlets out there, and I hope you're approaching them.
Agreed. And that's where, if they're not, because I would say since there's limited media outlets, we do talk to each other and we find out that none of us are invited. And that's where I just show up at stuff. I was like, listen, I don't care if I'm invited or not. I will be there to try and cover it in a small way. But the actual big players in the media for the Black community, these things should be automatic.
I don't know, family, who's watching this live or even watching it. I'd love to get your feedback on, because, as I said, the more I know, the less I understand. And, there's a few events that are upcoming that I know people who are, and I won't get any deeper. I just leave it down. I just go. And and I was having a conversation with someone very close to me that he said, Dr. Vibe, forget about him.
I mean, I think that's been the approach of generations that I talk to that are my elders, where they just dismiss the Black community because for whatever reason, they had interactions, they tried to support and empower and didn't work. So we have to figure out a way for the message to get through.
Okay, I got it. So Fitness IQ Camp says nervousness. I don't know what you mean by that. And then, good morning, Ray. Hashtag family is the foundation. Absolutely. And Fitness IQ Camp goes, I see where you're going, Dr. Vibe. Just in case, we were supposed to have Dr. George Fraser on. So I don't know what's going on. Ryan has reached out to him a few times. First and foremost, we hope he's okay. So what we should actually, and I sort of derailed the conversation, I shouldn't be doing that. We should actually be talking about some things that are coming up. So Ryan, your organization has a very big event coming up, and I definitely would like you to share about it while we're live here. So sorry to steal your.
No, listen, and that's why it actually segues well, because at that event, I tried to reach out to as many Black media to cover it. And again, for the ones that do charge, there's, budget bandwidth. But on Friday and this Saturday, we are having our 4th annual ACBN Legacy Symposium. It is going to be headlined by Dr. George Fraser, but it's not, and again, people hear me ribbing about galas and conferences. When we do our symposium, it's about actually getting to work. So the 2 days are in workshop form. We're talking about 4 different pillars of our businesses, which is structuring our operations and systems to help to scale, making sure that we're targeting the right clients, our gold clients, so that the market size is efficient to scale again. Also bringing on the right team members, because with the right team, you're able to grow your companies.
So
and
important.
Then, of course,
so important.
Bringing in the capital. Like, how do you structure yourself to have a proper container to bring in additional capital? So it's all encased in the theme of becoming investment ready. So when I talk to businesses, it's all about what is that next milestone and what can you do to actually scale your company. And a lot of times you need that investment. If your business isn't investable, where you're going to be stuck at a certain level and plateauing. So that's where and again, the symposium is really designed to kickstart the conversation and the work. So after it ends, ACBN is there with you for the journey, at least for that year and beyond, to make sure that you're able to scale properly. But I'm looking forward to the event. Our team puts it together, but I like to attend it just so that I can learn and grow detailing nights better. So I'm looking forward to it. And again, I know you're playing a couple roles. We're trying to fine tune some stuff, but yes.
Well, you know what? It's. I feel like I've got to be. This is one of the wonderful things about digital. You can be at two places at once at times, right?
Yes.
So just full disclosure here with family. I'm hoping to be there on Saturday. I have a live online sharing session to do with a Black business organization in Vancouver around this Saturday. So that's going down too. But I'm doing my best to see if I can do a city pulse, be everywhere on Saturday. They're asking me to do a presentation on sponsorships. So I've got 45 minutes. So I'm just going to be going
solid.
Just maybe do 2 or 3 things about sponsorships and have them, and then do the majority of a Q&A. I haven't put the session together yet, but it's something I could do even without slides. I could just have a conversation with the participants about it. So, but I'm going to do my best to be at Ryan's event. Have to be cited because my Friday is, I call jambalaya. So
and I'm noticing, of course, we actually used these 2 dates because it was the 24th and 25th last year. Everything like this is the last Saturday of Black History Month. So I totally understand if people are busy attending their galas and functions. But the one challenge I would put out there is that if you are serious about your business, this is not about learning Black history, and that's great, but now it's about making history. So if you want to use your business to build wealth and generational wealth, I would say our event is the best place to be, because you're going to be using
big up yourself, Knight. Big up yourself, Knight.
If it's a decision you're making, if you want to, just get hyped up, or if you actually want to get to work, I feel we are in the work camp. And I'm looking forward to working with business owners that are serious. And when I ask for support and people to spread the word, it's to spread the word to businesses that are looking for capital and that are looking to scale and grow. If you're just kind of starting out and not sure where to go, hey, it might be inspirational to be there, but we're really going to be working on growing our companies.
Nice. So let's catch up on some comments from the family. Althea says, "Empowering minds never stops." She says, "Looking forward to this event." Oh, hope sounds like I'm there. Yes. Dr. Lawrence says, "Dr. Vibe, your work is crossing borders, and that work includes Ryan is growing. Perhaps you're marketing your podcast sponsorship opportunities might." Oh, I'm already doing that, man. Like it's interesting that there are not a lot of Black Canadian. And I don't even call what I do a podcast. I call it a show. It's not a podcast. Shows, online shows. There are not too many out there that have regular, consistent sponsorship. So I'm blessed on another platform that I do. I have sponsorship for Dove Men Plus Care. That is a global brand. And I've had that collaboration going into the 4th year now. And I'm part of a team that has that type of, the only collaboration they have with an organization in the world. In the world. So, and I'm not right, but you know what? I gotta tell some of the stuff that I've been doing, because if I don't say it, no one's gonna say it. No one's gonna believe me. And I've got the details to prove it. We got the deeds. So Fitness IQ Cam is gonna be at ACBN Symposium. Excellent. Tell people about it. Uh-oh. Hey. Whoa! What's that? Okay, we got something going down, and big up. So we got the hot sauce on our breakfast. Now hold on. So I'm gonna go right into this. He was born in 1945 in Brooklyn, New York, to a troubled family of 11 children. After serious mental health issues with his mom, at 2 years old, he and his 6 siblings were orphaned. then put into toxic foster homes for a total of 16 years. He was not considered to be college material, so he was sent to a vocational high school and got a diploma in carpentry. The rest is absolutely history. Dr. George Fraser has always, let me just say that, Dr. George Fraser has always believed, quote, it's not how you start, it's how you finish, that God has great plans for each of us. We must simply listen for his voice, follow directions, overcome his obstacles, and stay course. Dr. Fraser's favorite line from super rapper Drake, quote, started from the bottom, now we're here. I had the honor, pleasure, and privilege. I want to say this word again. Honor and privilege to meet Dr. George Fraser back in 2009. The first time he came to Toronto on behalf of Sam and Rita Burke of Burke's Bookstore. And he came up for some other events. I remember one time he came up to the North York Civic Center, and I came early, and I had a great 20-minute conversation with Dr. Fraser. It's still on the site. And he told me something I'll never forget. He said, Dr. Vibe, you know how our people can get better? Each one of us have to get rid of the toxic relationships in our lives. That'll automatically improve every Black person's life by 10% minimum. So he is here. We're going to bring him to the digital stage because you know what? I had faith in him. So let's bring to the platform Dr. George Fraser.
Good morning. Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes. Good day.
Great.
Good day.
Great.
How are you this morning, Dr. Fraser?
I am doing wonderful. I am seeing, I'm sorry I'm late. I saw the notification for the StreamYard meeting just like 6 minutes ago. And so I immediately got on. I apologize.
No problem.
But I'm really excited and really looking forward to being with my brothers and sisters in the Canada area. And I am ready, and I've got my entire gun loaded. All six bullets. And, I promise you, we're going to have a heck of a time. And most importantly, we're going to learn and grow together. That is for sure. As you know, the theme for FraserNet and the Power Networking Conference now in its 22nd year is we must, as a people, learn, earn, and return. That we have a lot of us learning and a lot of us earning, but not enough of us returning. So we're going to talk about how we do that, how we scale our businesses, how we build wealth to help scale our businesses, and of course, the power and importance of the human connection. Everything is around the human connection. So another way to say it is effective networking. So this is what we're doing. This is what you're doing this morning.
Yes.
We're doing it digitally, but next Friday we will be doing it live and in living color. So I'm really excited. I know you're going to have a great turnout, and we're expecting righteous brothers and sisters to be there and to have their pencil and paper and have their brain turned on, and then so that we can turn on their life.
Absolutely.
Dr. Fraser, I know you probably have some messages you want to deliver on Friday, but what's on your heart today on February 20th, 2023? We're in the middle of Black History Month. I'm just gonna, whatever you want to share with us, I'm ready for you to shoot another set of bullets, because I know you got a set of bullets.
I always have my notes near me when Dr. Fraser is around.
By the way, Dr. Fraser, I just want to say before you continue with us, the presentation you did at last year's ACBN, I have shared with over 100 of our melanated people of all different ages.
Yes.
Awesome.
And they have just, you can see their heads have exploded in a good way.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
So whatever you want to chat about today, we're here to learn, earn, and grow. So the digital stage is yours, wherever you want to start.
It's a beautiful digital stage as well. My goodness, you've done one hell of a job.
Thank you so much.
Yes, the presentation is gorgeous.
Thank you.
There is so much to say, so little time to say it. And as I think about, and I don't want to sort of give away my thunder, if you will.
No problem.
With my opening. But let me see, how should I say this?
Just say it, Dr. Fraser. I know you. Just say it. I'm not one for you. I know. Look, you hang with Dr. Boyce, so I know you and Doc. I watch all the conversations you and Dr. Boyce have. So just say it.
Okay. I've got 6 billionaire friends, and I've asked at least 25 people who are worth $100 million or more.
Wow.
What is the best financial advice that you could give me? And all of them, I asked them separately, all of them. So the best financial advice I can give you, Dr. Fraser, is be careful who you marry.
Okay.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Right?
Let's go.
Be careful who you marry. They will either make you or break you. They will either help you build the wealth that, in fact, you deserve and your family deserves, but they will destroy and ultimately take half of whatever wealth you build. So be very, very careful. This goes on both sides of the ledger, both male and female.
Okay.
Be careful who your partner is. That the number one thing that women want, from men is love. That's what they want. They want to hear it. Now, I've been married for 50 years to the same sister, right? Okay. So I know a little something. The number one thing that a woman wants from a man is love. And they need to hear it every day. So there is no conversations that I have with my wife on the phone when I'm at work or away that I don't end that conversation with, I love you. All right? That's what women want from men. Don't think it's sex. It is not. It is love. Sex cannot sustain a long-term relationship. Love can. What's the number one thing men want from women? Respect. Respect.
Yes.
To treat their man with dignity and respect. And when he does something wrong, correct him respectfully. That's the number one thing that a man wants from a woman. You see, it's all really about love. And you can't start it like a car and you can't stop it with a gun. But every single thing that we do is so that somebody will love us. The clothes we wear, the successes that we attain, the cars that we buy, is so that somebody will love us. So love and respect. That's number one. My advice to women is simple. If you can't build with them, don't chill with them. That's my advice to women. If you can't build with them, don't chill with them. It ain't supposed to be free. Okay? That women really have all of the power. So be careful. Be careful, sisters. All right? Now, hold on a second. A smart brother and tell the difference between eye candy and soul food. We're not looking for eye candy, although, of course, beauty is a part of it, but beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. What we're looking for is soul food, not eye candy.
Yeah.
Now, one final thing on this marriage thing. Again, you're looking at a brother who is married to the same sister for 50 years. People ask me all the time, Dr. Fraser, what is the secret to staying married to the same sister for 50 years? And it's a simple answer. In addition to the things that I just told you, it's a one-word answer. Amnesia. Amnesia. Right? Right. Now, in 50 years, Dr. Fraser is going to do some dumb shit. In 50 years, I'm going to make some mistakes.
Yes.
In 50 years, so is Nora Jean Fraser. She's going to make some mistakes. When we make our mistakes, and we will, we discuss it, we reach middle ground, we then bless it and release it, never to bring it up again. Don't fight the same battles over and over and over. Your relationship, your marriage, your partnership will not last. So, if you want to scale and build a business and earn money, the most important decision for facilitating that will be your life partner. Screw that up a couple of times and see what your life looks like. So that's my advice to brothers and sisters.
I'm going to do this.
Because one thing that I'm always inspired after I hear you speak, and for those that haven't tapped into your YouTube videos, and you've been really getting the same empowerment message out there, and a person like yourself that it echoes our elders or our ancestors like Dr. Amos Wilson, Dr. John Henry Clark, but you're with us. And I always look back at those videos of our ancestors and the lack of engagement and participation and people taking the words and actually running with it and, doing what they gave us, the blueprint. And you've been like preaching the blueprint. So I'm curious, what can we do to really take your words and action them? Like, what's missing between the time that you've been able to give this message and us actually delivering and putting it into work?
Oh, that's a wonderful question. And I'm going to bring something with me that everybody will get. And we call it the frog card. The frog card. And the reason we call it the frog card, it's about the size of a business card. But on that frog card, on both sides, is the entire answer to your question. Right? That's a hell of a question. The action items, right? The mindset that we need to have. Amos Wilson talks about mindset all the time. I love Amos Wilson. And I am so glad to hear you say that you watch him. I think he's one of the most brilliant brothers that has ever lived. All right?
Agreed.
So it's the frog card. And the reason we call it the frog card is because on the front of the card is a little picture of a frog in a bowl of water. Science tells us, this is true about frogs, that you could put a frog in a bowl of hot water and the frog will immediately jump out. But if you put the frog in the bowl of cool water, it will relax and sit there. If you turn the heat up on the bowl slightly, ever so slightly, and the water warms, the frog will continue to sit there. It's comfortable in the water. If you turned it up some more, the frog will still sit there. If you turn it up to where it's boiling, the frog will sit there and boil itself to death. This is science. This is not made up.
Whoa.
And I use this as a metaphor for the state of Black folks in this world.
Talk to me.
Right? So on this card will be the 5 things that we need to do and how to do it to change our mindset, our consciousness. And then on the other side of the card, again, remember, it's no larger than a business card. On the other side of the card are the 5 most important habits that we must adapt in order to free ourselves and to succeed at the highest levels. 5 most important habits. So I will have those cards with me, and everyone will leave with one of those cards, and you simply put it in your wallet, and you can refer to it when necessary.
Beautiful. We have some questions from the family already is just pouring in. So we're gonna have a jambalaya roundtable with Dr. Fraser here right now. So some comments here. Hayden says, "OMG, so unexpected, surprising, and deep, but so necessary and true. Thank you, brother." David Hughes, all the way from Australia, says, I candy and soul food. If I had both, and if my beautiful wife had not passed in 2015, this year would have been 51 years. First question from Ray. Good morning, Dr. Fraser. Many are learning and earning, but what do you think is stopping many from returning and growing the base from whence we came?
Now, that sounded like a statement. Many are learning and earning. Oh, but what do you think is stopping many from returning and growing the base?
Yes.
That's a great question. The answer will be on the frog card.
Okay.
But I
don't give it away.
Right. I don't want to give you all my A stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, when I say that, I would rather do it live because it comes across differently. You have the intonation, you have the body language, you have the voice, et cetera. So, not that I couldn't do it here, but I want to give them a reason to be there. It's humanly possible, right? To be there.
Okay.
And so what I gave you a few moments ago was just a teaser, but we think that hopefully that will be enough to at least titillate a person's appetite and to make the commitment of time and treasure to be with us on Friday.
Excellent. There's a question. Does being married mean in business too?
Oh yes. Yes. Are you kidding me? It's the most serious business you will ever be in. That's why the second piece of advice that is adjacent to be careful who you marry, it is also be careful who you partner with in business. Right?
Right.
Now, I was fortunate enough to pick the right partner in business who was with me for 25 years until he passed not long ago of cancer. So, yes, marriage is as much of a serious business and the management of the proper management of accumulated wealth as any business you could ever possibly be in. Yes, it is serious business because it's not only about you and your partner, but typically it's about children, right?
Yes.
And the investment and ultimately the ROI, the return on investment that one secures from properly raising children and providing the resources they need to be excellent. So yes, it's a business of life. It's the business of growth. It's the business of development. There will be in a lifetime, but when I think about, let's say, in dollars and cents, just in the 50 years of my wife and I being together, and she earns and I earn, because she chose that she wanted to not stay home, although we had two sons. We still have them. They're just grown and gone.
Yes.
By the Generation X's. But when I look at the money that went through our hands to achieve these goals, right, it's in the millions of dollars.
Mm-hmm.
And we hear all the time that and you know that the statistic is that 50%, 52% here in America of divorces are because of money.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so it's a serious business, no question about it.
And I want to check if there's comments or questions before I ask my next one.
Let me.
Yeah.
No, we are up to date. I'll let you go back. I have a number. I want to ask Dr. Fraser about the Black family, but Ryan, you go first.
Well, I would love for you, Dr. Fraser, to give a quick plug, because the lady that introduced us, Sharon Fletcher, I want to give her a shout out. And she met you at your Power Networking conference. And this is a conference that it is on my high priorities to get there this year. I wanted to get there last year. I'm curious if you have a date and why people should be at this conference, because I've seen, I was able to attend virtually, I think 2 years ago when it was virtual, but why should they be at this conference?
Well, the date is right up there on the screen, August 2nd through the 5th in Houston, Texas. We are, by the way, there you go. We're just finishing our website, updated it and all that. All that's going to be finished today, so you'll be able to go today to the website. And the reason that they should be there is because if you are interested in power networking, if you're interested in meeting important people, and I say this all the time about networking, if you want to meet important people, you have to be where important people are, because they're not coming to you. You have to go to them. So lots of very important people who will stay. They come and they stay for 4 days for you to network with, sit at the feet of masters. There'll be workshops. There's what we call power talks. Power talks are our version of TED Talks. So there's 15-minute power talks with hour and a half workshop follow-ups. So you can take a deep dive on the subject matter that a particular expert and power person is talking about. So it's a place where, again, you connect, you grow, and you prosper, which is the theme line for Power Networking: connecting, growing, and prospering, right? The theme line for all things FraserNet is learning, earning, and returning. So you want to connect, grow, and prosper. Why, Dr. Fraser? So that you can earn, and return.
Absolutely. I feel like we need to put together a bus trip. So anybody listening that's interested in being on the ACBN bus going down to Houston.
That's a long bus trip, man, from Toronto to Houston.
Oh, no, yeah, that's a long bus trip, man. You may want to put together an airplane trip.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have to check our budget for flying people out there, but it's on our high priority to be there. And I appreciate you as putting that on. Sorry, go ahead, Dr. Van.
Christopher Lawrence has a question here. Dr. Fraser, my only question here is simply this. What is one word is the reason and action of networking? I hope you understand that question.
Yeah, I do.
Good.
And that's a good question. One word, and here's how I'm hearing it. One word as the core reason for networking, not just networking, but effective networking. Boy, there's so many words. I'm just trying to pick the best one for this moment. The one word, and I'm going to make it as simple as possible. The one word is growth. And I'm going to talk about this, the power of the human connection and how God has designed his people. And he designed us as a communal people. So our job is to connect with each other and to add value when we're connecting. And you bring that out when you learn how to do a proper introduction. But the only way that you can grow, there is no success that you can sustain. There is no success that you can attain, sustain, or maintain on your own by yourself in a vacuum. It's just not possible. God has not designed us that way. Right? He's designed us to interact and to serve each other. In fact, if you think about it, that's the purpose of life. The purpose of life is very simple. God doesn't make anything complicated. We make things complicated, not God. All right. We make things complicated for a couple of reasons. One, so that we don't have to do the thing. The more complicated we can make it, the more reasons we have for not doing it. And one of the reasons we tend to make things complicated is to control power. So the more complicated I could make it, the more power, and the less you understand it, the more power I have over you. So the purpose of life is very simple, so you'll never be able to unhear this. So if you don't want to hear what the purpose of life is, close your ears. Here it is. The purpose of life is loving, giving, serving, and adding the highest value to somebody or something every minute of every day. That is why you're here. There is no other reason. Now, your job is to find out what your particular unique purpose is in the scheme of things, right? That God has put each of us here with a unique purpose in life. There's a job that he's assigned you to do, and if you do not do it, it will not get done in the universe. So we are depending upon you to find your purpose, right? In the context of the purpose of life, loving, giving, serving, adding value, right? The more people you serve, the more money you earn.
That's right.
100%.
Fully agree.
Mm-hmm.
Fully agree. Look, so people are reacting. Althea says, writing this down, check mark. David Hughes from Australia says, Toastmasters has added networking to its stable so all members globally will grow. Okay. Real CEO says, Dr. Fraser, it's been a long time. Glad to see you. PNC is an amazing event. Get your plane tickets organized.
Yes.
All right.
That's right. That's right. Forbes magazine named the Power Networking Conference one of the top five conferences in America, in the world, to begin. Not one of the top five Black conferences, although it's 99% us. But in terms, simply because of content, the content coming out of some of the smartest, brightest movers, shakers, and decision makers and success stories, certainly in our culture.
Nice. Here's another question from Ray, who's a continuous sponsor of our Monday show, the Macmillan Group, and they've been mortgage brokers since 1999 in Canada and the U.S. He says, Dr. Fraser, do you think spouse should validate, vet anyone who each goes into business with, and why?
Let me read this. Do you think spouse should validate that anyone each goes into business with? Yeah, I said that right up top. I said, don't, if you can't build with them, don't chill with them. Right? If they're not wearing a diaper, you can't change them. Right?
Okay.
So you damn right. Right? Right? So whether it's not a, it's a partner. If it's a life partner, the same applies. If it's a business partner, the same applies. Of course, know who you are getting in business with. Marriage is serious ass business, and so is business. No question. This is about wealth and money, and you really, really, really need to know the capabilities or the strengths or the weaknesses of your partner. And we all have weaknesses, and it is prayerful that your strengths can buffer your partner's weaknesses. No one has strengths in every damn thing, right? We all have weaknesses. So you're looking for partners, both in life and in business, that both of you have strengths, and hopefully those strengths complement each other, because you don't want to be at each other's throat, right? You're not gonna grow a business at war with each other.
And sorry, go ahead, Dr. Matt.
No, just Naleen from Florida is saying, yes, so important as lots of us have not recognized our purpose in life.
That's right. That's so true.
And so I was curious. Yeah, sorry, go ahead. You finish.
Yeah, it is so true. But so I'm going to tell you something that I was going to say on Friday. But I'll say it again. I mean, these things need to be heard more than one time. Okay.
Right.
So there's nothing wrong with giving away a few of the gems, but what here's what a lot of people don't know. And a lot of us don't know this because we don't read. There's an old saying, if you want to hide something from a black man, put it in a book.
Right.
I'm a reader. I read 100 books a year, have been reading 100 books a year for 40 years. And 3 years ago, I was reading a major study by the New England Journal of Medicine, the preeminent medical journal in the world and the first medical journal in the United States. It was the results of a longitudinal study on the 3 most productive periods of your life. The 3 most productive periods of your life. The number 3 most productive period of your life is between 50 and 60. That's number 3.
Okay.
The number 2 most productive period of your life is between 70 and 80.
What?
And the number 1 most productive period of your life, this is science, this is not hype. The number 1 most productive period of your life is between 60 and 70. Now, what does that mean? It means that between 0 and 49, you're just learning.
Wow.
You ain't done shit yet. You're just being prepared by God with obstacles so that you can learn how to overcome those obstacles, right? And failures and stumbles, and learn the lessons from those obstacles. That's between 0 and 49. But God has really designed us to do our best work between 50 and 80 years old.
Whoa.
Wow.
I love
Now,
that.
that's a paradigm shift. That's a paradigm shift.
Right there.
You
Yeah,
gotta
right
let
there.
that marinate. Let that sink in.
Wow.
Still learning.
I want to do a little bit of a shift, Dr. Fraser. I don't know how much you're going to talk about this or share about this, because I consider you a person who shares. You don't talk, you share. The Black family. How important is the Black family to Black wealth?
Mm.
Well, you hit the gong on that. It's everything. Without a sense of community and family, we have nothing. We have nothing. And I know in America, we're not in good shape.
We're not here either. Don't worry.
Right. 72% of our children are being born out of wedlock. 60% of our children are being raised in a single parent home. I have 2 charter schools. I've had them for 18 years, black charter schools in the inner city of Cleveland. And we picked the inner city because we wanted to work with the most difficult of problems, and it's our children. And that's a deep subject. It's a very spiritual subject, but we really have to work on the black family, which means we have to work on productive male-female relationships and the proper raising of our children and understanding who we really are as a people, as an African people, and we don't know who we are. And in a sense, many of us, not all of us, but we're lost. And so I'll touch on that. I mean, that's a whole conference by itself, to be honest with you. But to answer your question succinctly, the black family is in trouble, and we must fix it. And we can fix it, and we will fix it. How long will it take? 100 years, 3 to 5 generations.
Right.
To close the wealth gap between us and them, and to fix the concept of family, as Dr. Amos Wilson so fabulously talks about.
Yes, yes.
Right? And to reinstill the values, the old school values that raised me. So that's a deep question. It's a core problem in our culture. It has to be addressed, and I'll touch on it on Friday on some things that we can do. Every speech I give our people a goal, a simple goal, and if they achieve this simple goal, it's a giant step in saving the black family. I'm not going to give it away right now. But it's a goal, and you'll love it. You'll love it, and it's doable. And it's doable.
Nothing that you have given that I've heard and been in presence has been bad. It's always been not good. It's been great.
Yes, yes.
So I want to catch up with some comments here. We have Divine Right from the DMV area says, I need to watch the replay. People are loving your breakdown about the most productive times in your life. Althea saying, really? I have a lot to look forward to. Ray from the Google says the breakdown of our most productive periods has just inspired me. I have much more to accomplish. Thank you for that.
Yes.
Donna says, in building a partnership, people concentrate trust. In Canada, unfortunately, we tend not to trust each other. How can we tackle that challenge? So she's asking, how can we tackle the challenge of lack of trust amongst our people?
Another very, you Canadians are so damn smart. Right? Another great question, of which we could spend a whole show.
Yes.
On how we trust. They're on the frog card. There are answers to that question.
Okay.
All right. I'll touch on that for us.
Okay.
What we saw, and I'm sure you got the news in Canada of the 5 black policemen that killed the brother, right?
Yes.
That is a classic example of self-hatred. I mean, if there was a single thing this year thus far in Cleveland that pissed me off, it was to see 5 black policemen kill another brother for essentially no reason, right? And the depth of self-hatred amongst too many of us, not all of us, but just too many of us, is beyond belief. And there are ways that we can assuage that. I'll again touch on that tomorrow. But understand that African people have no rites of passage. Jews have a rites of passage. Every culture has a rites of passage. If you go to the continent, every young man and woman goes through a rites of passage in terms of what their moral and spiritual, strategic and tactical responsibilities are to their own community. We have no rites of passage in our country for young men. There are rites of passage programs, and we're starting one at the Power Networking Conference. So there are a whole number of things that we can do to put our children through rites of passage. The Jews have bat mitzvahs and bar mitzvahs, and Hispanics have their own way of doing it. So that's one of the ways that we can fix this, and then of course continue to preach the gospel of self-love. And not only loving who you are, but loving and serving and adding value those who look like you. And it's not that we don't do it wherever we are, but especially for our families and for our children and for our culture, that has to be a priority. So we'll talk about that.
I just want to show something for you. I actually received a rites of passage for elders. So I love what you shared there. I don't know how much time you have because we're in a bonus time now. What is
I'm over time. I've got to get on another Zoom call, but I wanted to get on this.
No problem.
And this has been awesome. You guys ask incredible questions. I'm glad you're asking these questions because while I know we're going to talk about business and scaling and all of that kind of stuff, and that's extraordinarily important, there's some side issues that in a close circle of brothers and sisters that we just need to be transparent about and talk about, and I'll provide some marching orders.
So as always,
Amazing.
Dr. Fraser, blessings to you and your family. Make sure you give yourselves grace and don't just manage your time, manage your energy. And I have a big ask. Is it possible for you to come on our platform periodically and share with our family? Okay.
All you do is ask. Absolutely.
Okay, so
Amazing.
We love that. There's the information for the Power Networking Conference, and there's the information for the ACBN Legacy Symposium. If you liked what you heard right now, and why wouldn't you, make it out on Friday.
Be there.
Right.
Thank you,
Let me give you www.powernetworkingconference.com. www.powernetworkingconference.com. That is the full-blown website for the conference. It'll be ready today. We're just finishing it up now. It's all totally updated. So I would say wait a little time today. And then if you want to register, you can go to www.powernetworkingconference.com, and you'll be able to fully execute everything you need to come to the conference.
Thank you for
Amazing.
making not
Looking
only our
forward
days,
to
but
it.
our lives better. Bless you, my elder.
Canadian bus is coming.
All right.
And now also I'm going to make a special offer.
Okay.
A special registration offer that you won't be able to get on the website when I'm with you on Friday. So
All right.
for those who are going to be there, you might want to wait.
Okay.
Thank you,
Okay.
Dr. Fraser. Blessings to you. Have a great rest of the day,
Appreciate
elder.
you. Thank you.
Take care.
You. Appreciate you. Love you. Take care.
All right. You too.
Okay. And
Boom.
sorry we couldn't get more of him, but as you notice, family, I said, would he be willing to come back? He said yes.
Love it. Love it.
So that is amazing. And look at this. And sorry, Ray, we didn't get a chance to answer your question because Ray wanted to ask after, we've seen much regression. How do we turn this around? So maybe he'll take this on Friday, or when he comes back.
Yes.
we got some more conversations. So Love more share. So good to see you. I mean, loving and serving.
Yeah, Love More.
You
It was good to see Love More. I saw her last week.
Where?
At the BDC Black History Month event. I hadn't seen
that?
her in years. It was a nice get together. I didn't get to stay for the whole thing, but from the footage I saw, it was a good.
All right.
It was
Ray,
good.
that's what I said. Yeah, wow, such gems. Yes, Aldafina. Yes, thanks so much for this important conversation. So,
our pleasure.
There we go. That was like, wow. Like, what do you say after that? Just going, wow. Like that is just amazing. And just to promote a bit more at the symposium, Dr. Fraser is going to be talking about building relationships, building wealth, and building business ready to scale. So just you got an appetizer.
Absolutely.
On Lovemore goes great conversation. Well, yeah, when Dr. Speaker, there's an old commercial about E.F. Hutton. When E.F. Hutton speaks, people listen. When George Fraser shares, you listen.
You listen.
You know,
Love it.
Thank you, Ray. You did well. Vibe and Ryan, great conversation. All of you made it great.
Exactly.
The questions.
I was like a team effort.
Yeah, man. Collaborative. Hey, Coach Lovemore. Divine Right says to Coach Lovemore. Yeah, that's you saw how many times I dropped the mic? Yeah. I've got my mic. My mic is now ready.
I love it.
You know, started with Janice. I just have it on my desk now. Boom. You know.
Yeah, I love it.
Wow. And I'm gonna put it out here. I won't get into too much detail, but I like to thank Dr. Fraser for coming here because I know Ryan asked other individuals, and there were some reasons not involving scheduling commitments that they said no.
Right.
And Dr. Fraser is coming here to share with you. And if you don't know what he's all about, if you go now, Brian, do you have his presentation virtual on your website, right? Or on your YouTube?
It's on our ACBN Facebook page. It's pinned to the top from last year. Yeah.
And like I said, and I wasn't playing family. I've played that for so many people, so many melanated entrepreneurs, especially his 7 rules of networking.
Right. Yes. And for those that are going to events, we should actually clip that and be like, before you go to events, make sure and how to present yourself. He breaks down like the introduction. It's
like I've shown that to so many people. And like I said, their head explodes. They're going,
absolutely.
What? Like, and I'm gonna be totally open because I can't stand words like transparent, open. He pushed me to start using business cards again. I had not thought about using business cards, and I said, okay, I got to make a U-turn.
Right.
I got to make a U-turn. So that was amazing. He was
on fire.
That was, and sorry if we didn't get to everyone's questions and comments. Like, he had to jump on another call, and unfortunately was delayed in getting with whatever he gave. It was amazing. Look at this. So Divine Right says, when he started talking about the Black family, that was personal for me. We can all do better, and the Black family in the U.S. general needs help. Please bring him back for that. Yes, definitely. I just like to have him just come and talk about the Black family. You know, that would be. Christopher says, I got you this week. I got you since a long time. So yeah.
Looking forward to that.
You know, but
that's good.
But yeah, so you want to do a bus to Houston? That's a long trip, man. Bus?
I mean, I'm not a big time to charter flights just yet. So when I can get there, but we'll either we
gotta find a way
fly down there, but we're getting there. Whoever's interested, let's just put it this way: Ryan is going to the Power Networking Conference. Whoever's down will figure out the best transportation.
We got to find a way. But you know what's interesting, and you know why it's good to go with you. And speaking, I'm going to be there too. Wouldn't it be nice to do something live down there, a morning vibe from the Power Networking Conference?
Yeah, it must be on a Monday or a Friday, so we can or just pre-record it and then play it.
What's the dates again? but I would love to do
August
something
2,
second
2
to
to
5th.
5.
And actually, that's the civic holiday weekend in Canada. It's Simcoe Day.
Ah, gotcha.
Right. So that's a long weekend. So August 2nd. So August 2nd to 5th is a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Hey, the Friday is right there. Get up in the morning. Hopefully, it's not a key presentation happening at 9. But yeah, I would love to do that.
Yeah, and it's legit listed as one of the top 5 conferences, period, by Forbes magazine.
Yes.
There's already 2 people that are on that flyer that I would love to meet there. Dr. Boyce Watkins, and there's another gentleman named Dr. Randall Pinkett. He is next level too. He is really serious guy. So there's some serious people. But if you go down there, Ray says he got it. Hold on, he says right here. Look from flights from Buffalo, bus ride to Buffalo, and red eye flight. Good idea.
Yeah, it sounds like Ray's coming with us. I don't know who else is coming.
Alafina says, yes, go live for us. Yes, OMG, yes, go live from the conference. So we're speaking, we're putting it out there in the universe that will happen. But you know what? If you and I go down there, we're gonna have a unique audience because we're gonna be I know Canadians go, but not a lot of Canadians go. So
we will be Team Canada at this conference,
and we'll get attention because you're from where?
Yeah.
We're gonna be the outliers.
I remember going to Dr. Boyce Watkins' summit that he does in Philadelphia. Yeah. And I was the only Canadian there. And it was like the talk, right? It's like, oh, there's a guy from Canada down here.
You're gonna get attention.
Because
you're So look at this. Alafina says, I'm down for this trip.
Boom. Mark it down. We're gonna figure it out.
Oh gosh.
We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure out the tickets and the transportation. Wow. Let's do it. Let's do it.
If we could get people committed, I have a feeling that Dr. Fraser may even cut us a deal.
Very true.
Remember, family, his cost is in US dollars. So we're already looking 30% on top of that.
Yes. Hey,
so it says
I want to get at least 10 people. If we can go 10 strong, I think that would be awesome.
Alafina says, repping Raptor City. I love that. Come down with wearing our Raptor shirts.
Oh, I love it.
That would be wild. But yeah, what an amazing morning. I had faith that he would come on. And as much as possible, I didn't want him to talk about the Friday conversation. So that's why I want him to talk about the family, because I know it'll be more of a business thing. But I think, so family, what we'll put it out next conversation. Mm-hmm. If people are interested, I'll give you my email address and let's have a talk and let's see how we can make this happen. Look at this. Canadians in Texas in the summer. Texas summer.
Yes.
And Divine Rice says, group rates.
Let's figure it out. Yes.
So what is the rest? Well, I know what Friday and Saturday we're going to be like. Well, what's today till Wednesday, Thursday looking like for you?
It's really the final push for the symposium. Tomorrow we have our last event team meeting just to say walkthrough of the event. And then I last time I checked, I think there was like 5 in-person tickets left. So if you're coming in person.
So is there a virtual option?
So we're going to be streaming it. So if the tickets in person do sell out, there is an online ticket that you can purchase. So it will be streamed live. Yes.
I need to know that because I don't know probably. And you got to tell me not ASAP, not ASAP Rocky, but ASAP. But I don't know logistically if I'll be there in person on Friday. We're looking to see what I can do on site, but I can't miss that sharing session by the doctor. And you got to make sure you get me one of those cards too, please.
Right? Yes.
Because I'm going to put it in my wallet.
Hey, absolutely.
And so Donna says, can we go back to media and government at time? Don't worry. We're
not letting up on that.
We're not letting up on that. And I know periodically the media, people from the federal government watch this platform. Okay. So I'm being sincere. I say that definitely. Actually, here's someone. plug in MC Curtis to go. He's in Texas. So MC Curtis is is a producer of Mediascope, which is hosted by Dr. Tachi, and he's located in Texas. So maybe he could
let's touch base.
Get him to go. But so planning session, last one is tomorrow, then you're just gonna chill the rest of the week?
No, so Wednesday, Thursday we'll be promoting. There's a lot of events happening on Thursday. I think I was invited to 3. So Thursday evening is heavy, February 23rd. So the MPs in Brampton, they're doing a get together. I know MP, I think Holland and Turnbull in Durham, they're doing an event.
Yes, Turnbull, yes.
Right.
Yes.
And there's something, I believe a gala is happening on Thursday as well. So I might not be able to make that one. But the gala watch is on. But, so also, and this is kind of secret, so Dr. Fraser is coming in Thursday evening. So that's why I won't be able to attend. So something to let you know about, possibly a dinner. We're putting that together.
Don't tell me.
I'll let you know.
Show on Thursday.
We'll figure out something. But
yeah, okay.
Yes.
If it's possible, even like if you do a dinner, I can at least
pop in after your show or something. Yeah.
No. Like if you're doing dinner like early evening, I can come in for the front end and I'd love to meet with him because him and I go back to 2009.
Solid. I love it.
2009. That would be. Look at this. Ryan's calendar. Go ahead, Gala King. Fine, right? We love you so much because that title is never gonna let go for the rest of his life, man.
Right.
Gala King.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yes. But yeah, if I gotta, well, actually. The reason why, Thursday night, just an FYI to people, if you've been around for a minute, many years ago, I used to host a conversation called Dr. Vibe's Allies. And long story short, it was monthly conversations with Black men from Canada, the United States, and England.
Nice.
And we did that for a long time. We stopped. It is resurfacing.
Okay.
Starting this Thursday. At 9 p.m. Eastern time. So we have Black men from myself and Jonathan Shaw from Canada. We have Henri Morris, who's in San Francisco, but originally Philly born and bred, and Victory Unlimited from Florida. And then we have another gentleman, Clive Henry from Nottingham, England, home of Robin Hood.
Yes, love it.
Yes. So when he comes on, he's 5 or 6 hours ahead. And we did that for so many years. We stopped it. The Band of Brothers, they said we got to get it started again. So that's why you got to follow, or whatever. We're going to be launching it back again this Thursday at 9 p.m. So really excited about that. We've got some exciting stuff too coming up with hopefully have at least another special new thing happening this month, and then definitely a new thing happening next month. So 2 new segments happening within the next 2 months on the Morning Vibe. Plus, we are going to start having Janice and Marie back also. So keep plugged in.
And for those that follow Janice, she's going to be on a panel today at noon.
Yes.
Food sovereignty panel during the Black History 365 panels that have been happening all Black History Month. So this one is definitely one that I want to tune into to hear Janice talk about how we could do better with food sovereignty and what Foodpreneur is doing to develop more food businesses. So check in at 12 if you're available.
Yeah, they're starting their next cohort for the Foodpreneur program very soon also. So definitely, if you're interested in getting your food from the kitchen to shelf, that's your first point of contact. So that's it. What a full conversation today. You can watch replays of this on the Dr. Vibe Show on YouTube and Facebook and LinkedIn. You can watch it also on our Afro-Caribbean Network on Facebook and YouTube, and the Ryan Oneil Knight platform on YouTube. Let's see. Would you like to promote your business or service on the show like the McMillan Group does? Contact me at dr.vibe at the drvibeshow.com. I think that's it. And just one more time, Legacy Symposium is happening this Friday at Sheridan College, Hazel McCallion campus, Mississauga, Ontario. There is the link. Go there. And should I show the website again?
Yeah, absolutely. For
Okay.
Power Networking Conference?
Well, your thing and Power Networking.
Oh,
so let's
pulling it up. Oh, okay, yes.
So this is the Eventbrite site for what's coming up this Friday. So we've got that there. And then we got the Power Networking Conference, which Ryan seems to be committed now to more than ever to go to.
I'm committed to bring people. Forget me going. Yeah, we are putting together a Kanban.
A posse. The Raptors posse, right? So there's the
and
link.
So Pauline Christensen just gave us a great idea to get a travel agent to actually plan out this trip. So if there's some Black travel agents out there, touch base with me so we can coordinate this whole thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Pauline, great idea. And congratulations again on the event you held this month. I heard nothing
Martin Luther King Day, right?
Heard nothing but outstanding feedback about that event. So congratulations. But I like that. So if there's any Black travel agents out there, we want to hear from you.
Please touch base, or if you know one, let them know we're looking for somebody.
We're looking to make this thing happen because we want to take over the conference. We want to do a morning vibe takeover. And we got this. Look at this. Divine Right, great show and combo. We'll definitely watch the replay. Thank you so much. That's what we want you to do. Watch the replay and subscribe. So as always, live your life as a dream. If you can dream it, you can make it. Sometimes you have to get smaller to get stronger. Block assumptions and aim bigger, aim better, aim higher, aim wider. Love, faith, and respect. Remember to give yourselves grace and don't just manage your time, manage your energy. You'll see me on Friday. You won't see Ryan because you know what Ryan's going to be doing. You will see me on Friday. We'll, tentatively, we have a new segment starting on Friday, but we don't know for sure. Or you know what? We're gonna no, I'll talk to Ryan about that. We
might be able to figure it out.
I will talk to Ryan about that. I had an idea, but I'm gonna say I have to get the boss's approval. Ryan, right? So I'm not. I was gonna say, so I'm gonna go quiet.
Right. Yes.
And then we'll let it go. So everyone have an outstanding week. Give yourselves grace, and we'll see you some way, somehow, live or replay, or maybe special live on Friday.
Sweet.